Hello YouTube, this is Josh with Destinations Adventure. Today I'd like to talk about a subject that I touched on briefly in my last vlog that was labeled why people choose motorcycling, or what draws people to motorcycling. So I had temporarily hit on the subject of giving yourself a hobby, an escape, something to help get your mind off of any kind of stress that you may be dealing with in your life. Like I said in the last video, doing the everyday norm 9 to 5 or 12 to 8 or whatever shift you work, as well as the stressors in life, trying to maintain the American dream of maintaining a home and having a nice car and being able to travel. It takes a lot of work, and it draws a lot of stress up into people's life because they're constantly on the go. You have to have an out, you have to have a hobby. For me, motorcycling is one of them. Another one that you could do is bicycling. Some people like doing road biking. I've seen plenty of them up here in the mountains where they're getting their exercise, they're working out in nature, getting a good workout, getting the heart rate up, just doing healthy things for their body in general. I've seen backpackers, people that like to go on hikes. Hikes is definitely a way to break away from society and to become one with the environment around you and see the possibility of wildlife as you're going through the woods that not many other people get to see. Another option that you could have is kayaking. I've done that personally, or canoeing or kayaking, boating in general. Going on a leisure paddle down a river. I live in Florida, so there's a lot of streams, a lot of springs with really clear water. So the opportunity is there for me to do that as well. That could be a way to get away from your everyday norm and de-stress. There's mountain biking or trail biking. That's something else that I've dabbled in. I've got a few videos on this channel about it, and it won't be the last. I'll have more. But just getting out into the elements, it's kind of like a hike, but you're covering more ground at a faster pace, plus you get the thrill of single track, riding through the woods and going around corners and climbing hills and going really fast down hills. So that's a de-stressor that one could have. Some people go to the gym and work out for several hours a day and work on their physique and their muscles, and just getting your heart rate up and sweating it out is a way to de-stress from your everyday environment that'll wear you down if you get stuck in a routine. Another one that you could do, and I've seen if you have the luxury of doing so, is doing horseback riding. Horseback riding is a nice way to take your horses to an equestrian park that has trails specifically made for horses, and you can trek along and go through, cross rivers and little streams and just trek through the woods just like you would with a hike. For some people that have the financial stability to be able to do so, another thing that you could get into is doing paragliding. Shout out to Tucker Gott. I definitely can see where the de-stressing environment would be behind that, just to fly and soar like the birds, and be able to fly and see sunsets or sunrises on the best parts of the day, to gain elevation and see your surroundings from a different perspective. Or you could get your private pilot's license, but you could start flying in a plane. Ultralights, I believe you only need like 20 hours or so of flying experience, and you don't have to have a specific license for it that I'm aware of. I could be wrong, so fact check me on that if you need to, because I definitely would like to know as well. It's something I'd be interested in. But with all that being said, you have to have an escape from the stressors. It'll do good for your heart. It'll do good for your health. It'll do good for your mental stability. Just to be able to get out and be a part of something more than just a routine. I mean, look at this. You've got people that like to go and utilize their high-performance cars. Those were all Porsches. And there's one Camaro ZX14. The people that have hobbies have an escape, and you definitely need to have that in your life so that you don't burn yourself out. If you have any thoughts or comments you'd like to add to this, you can do so. I might have left out some things that people like to do: parasailing, fishing, whatever it may be. You find your niche and you go for it. Life is an adventure. You live it a day at a time, one adventure at a time. There's no sense in living life inside a box. This world's too big to be able to do so. There's too much to see, too much out there to do, to become unmotivated and lost in your own little world. So like I said, drop some comments below as to your thoughts about this subject, and add your input if you wish. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. Make sure you click that like button if you like the videos. Click that bell icon so that anytime a new video posts, you'll be notified. And I hope to have you viewing stuff with me more in the future. So with that being said, this is Josh with Destinations Adventure signing out. Y'all have a good day. Y'all be safe. Peace.